Hey everybody, what's going on? Chad here, and I'm pumped. I'm super excited. About to go inside. Tomorrow we leave for Cancun. I just got back from driving from work, so I'm excited. So today, as you guys know, this is the first video of kind of what I want to talk about with regards to my time I spent at the Men's Training Camp in Dallas. So a bunch of us came back. It's been a couple weeks now. And I've been thumbing on some stuff to talk about, and it's been a lot of fun. So the first video today that I want to talk about is no surprising. It shouldn't be any surprise that it's your story, because that is the number one thing that you can do to build your business, to build your life, to build your relationships with friends, family, your kids. It is your story, and it's telling your story. And I'm going to tell you about a guy that was there. He came and talked to us. His name was Bo Eason. I'm going to tell you about someone you might not know him, but I'm going to tell you about someone you might know as well, and her name is Summer Tucker, okay? And she's a friggin' master at telling her story. And then, you know, it's funny, so I'm learning this stuff from this guy Bo, and I'm like, and he's a former NFL player, you know, all this long, it's awesome story. You need to get this guy and figure out his story. It's great. But I'm like, hey, Summer, he does this. He does, you know, the first thing he does is this. She's like, yeah, I know. I do that. You know, I was telling her, I was like, yeah, it seems like you're doing this. She's like, yeah, I do. I'm like, okay, awesome. You know, and then we're learning some more. I'm like, hey, Summer, you got to do this too. And she's like, yeah, I know. And yeah, I know. And then the last thing, finally, the third thing she tells me, she's like, I'm like, you do that too? She's like, yeah, I was trained by him. Yeah, I tried to tell you that, you know, like 3 years ago when I was, you know, learning this stuff. And you know, it was like, well, hey, you know, I missed 2 out of the 3 years that you were building this. You know, come on, give me a break, right? I tell you that because just coming from a different perspective, maybe sometimes something will sink in, okay? And Summer talks about this stuff until she's blue in the face, but sometimes maybe it comes from something different, right? All right, so get into it. So Bo Eason talks about, and I'll kind of explain what Summer does too. There's three things that he does. All right, the first thing is when he tells a story, he makes it so personal that it's universal. Okay, so it's so like you become so vulnerable with it that people can't help but A, see themselves in it, and B, want to, like, you just capture them and they just want to come along with you because, hey, guess what? 50% of what I'm saying right now you're not going to believe, but you're going to believe my body posture 100% of the time. That is the truth. 50% of what anybody says out there on a daily given basis, whatever, your brain dumps half of it because they're like, that's bullcrap. 100% of the person's body language. You know, there's been studies about the facial expressions and like the micro facial expressions of somebody's face. Malcolm Gladwell has a book out there, I forget. But they talk about that. There's been studies on that stuff. It doesn't lie. Your body doesn't lie. All right? And your emotions and your story won't lie. Summer is a friggin' master at that. She can reach in and get your heart and just like twist it and like squeeze it. All right, because she's passionate about her story. She loves her story, and that's the thing. You gotta love your story. It might not be what you think the most interesting to you, but you have to love it, and you have to tell it the best that you can tell it. All right, and that will make you money. All right, your story, and it will make you rich, and it will make you wealthy, and it will be past money. Okay, it will be more than money. It will make you wealthy with your friends, your family, your husband, your wife. It will blow you away, your story, okay? That's the first thing it does. Remember, your story is more personal. It makes it universal, okay? The second thing he does, and Summer's awfully darn good at this too, but his physicality, okay? And I see people doing videos, and good on you because you're ahead of 90% of the people in the world, and not to mention his business. Did you know that somebody would rather die than get up in front of a group of people and talk? The majority of people would rather die than get up in front of people and talk in front of a group of crowd or whatever. That's insane. Come on, people, we need to get out there. So when I see videos and all I can see is your face. You're like this, and you're hunched in here, and you're talking, you know, your story is so awesome, but you're just kind of in here, and you're not really making any facial expression. Get out here. Come out here. Come out here, and then bring them in. You're gonna wrap them in. You're gonna wrap them in. You're gonna get your claws in them, and they won't want to look away. They can't look away. What does that do? That makes you, again, vulnerable. You might get critiqued. Okay? You know what you can do with critiques? With critics? You can tell them to stick it where the sun don't shine, okay? There's two types of people in this world, okay? There's doers that do, and there's critics that critique. You're a doer, so get out there and do, and don't worry about what other people think. Get out there. Move around, okay? Stand up. Put your shoulders back. Be proud of your story because it's your story and there's no one else that has it, all right? The third thing is generosity, and it's not generosity like, hey, I gave a lot of money to tithing, or I gave a lot of my money away. It's not. It's generosity. So it's defined as your willingness to give all of you all the time, no matter what. He tells this story, Bosun tells the story of he got traded to the 49ers, the San Francisco 49ers, and Jerry Rice, who, if you don't know, is one of the greatest wide receivers in the history of the NFL, has the most touchdowns in the history of the NFL. They're on like the first day of training camp. It's 110 degrees outside. People haven't even warmed up yet. Jerry Rice is already out there. He's already got a sweat going, right? He's a third one, and they're doing these wide receiver drills. He's a third one in line. Third one. First two wide receivers kind of go out there, do this little shimmy, boom, they break left, catch the ball, and just kind of, just jog on back. They look friggin' cool, right? The first two do that. Jerry Rice, he tells a story. He gets up there like this. He gets up there and he like bends his neck. He gets up there. He kind of moves his body around. He gets ready. He looks over at the quarterback. He sets, kind of like a modified sprinter. The guy says hike. He goes, boom, he's gone. Boom, he takes it left. Boom, he catches the ball, and then bam, he's gone. He is friggin' gone. He runs 100 yards to the end zone. It is warm-ups. It is training day one of friggin' training camp. And then not only does he do that, but then he runs all the way back. He sprints all the way back 100 yards, gives the ball off. Does it all day long. Bam, bam. He said he ran like 10 miles. Well, Summer does that. She does it every single time she talks to you guys. Every single video, every time she's out of breath. You ever wonder, is she having a heart attack? All right? And I'm telling you guys, she's tired. All right? She's tired all the time. She's tired. She's been, she's done this by herself for 5 years. Gone through two deployments, countless, me gone forever. 3 kids, basically raising by herself, and then, not to mention the last one, she kind of gave birth by herself, did all that by herself. No big deal, okay? Point is, she's tired. But when she gets on those videos, you can't tell. She's freaking out, right? You're like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with this girl, all right? It's because she gives everything to you all the time, every time. That's what you need to do. And if you do that, you will become wildly wealthy. And there is nothing, look, we're out of it. We're out of the information age, okay? We're done. We're now in what they call the, it's a storytelling age. Damn it, I just had the name of it. Piss, I forgot it. Anyways, it is the storytelling age. And at this point, so right here, this is what we're used to. We're used to a 6.5 by 3 inch screen. And we're just here all the time. That's what we do. So we've lost that connection. And if you can connect to people, you've got them forever. You got them forever. So connect. Get out there, tell your story. And last thing, men, we suck at this. All right? I mean, we suck something fierce at this. Because we're the biggest wussies of them all right? We're so afraid of someone making fun of us. We're so afraid of being vulnerable and being emotional. I don't care if you're a coach. I don't care if you're a husband. I don't care if you're a boyfriend. I don't care if you're a son. I don't care. Tell your story. Figure out what your story is, and you do it too. It will change everything. It will change your relationship with your wife. You'll change your relationship with your kids. Your wife is going to think you're smoking friggin' hot. Okay, she's not gonna be able to take her eyes or her hands off you. I'm telling you, because it changes something in you. You just warp. Okay, do it. We suck. Let's get better. Okay. Everyone who's doing those videos, I'm freaking proud of you. Okay, and this is going to change your world. So your story, remember, personal equals universal. 2, you need to be physicality with it. You need to be out there. 3 is you need to be generous with yourself. All right. I appreciate your time. See you in Cancun. I can't wait. Have a good one. Bye.